All right, guys, welcome to Bar Talk. I'm Anthony Lopez with the Galarza team, and today is our third episode of Bar Talk. Today's special guest, we have Hector Galarza with the Galarza team, who specializes in buyers and sellers. We also do have Jose Treto of Guarantee Financial, who is one of our prime greatest loan officers out there. Not the greatest, but he's pretty good.
Prime sounds good.
Prime, he is the greatest. Excuse me. So today's topics, we're going to be talking about changing markets and how these changing markets have affected buyers and sellers, and it gets them kind of nervous, and how do we can get them off the fence to make that push to go ahead and buy or sell in today's market. So Jose, this question goes to you.
Yeah.
Where do you kind of see this market going after, do you see this being steady for a couple more months? Do you see
this market right now? I mean, historically, this market has been the most volatile, most rapid changing market, right? Back in even 2021, rates were going crazy.
Right.
But now with the rates being higher than usual and them being super adapting like up and down,
mm-hmm.
I think this market's it's not as scary as what the media makes it seem, but
Right.
It is like you do have to purchase now if you're in the position to purchase.
So the serious buyers are the serious sellers that need to purchase and buy, need to do it now. What is the rate today in today's market? I know it was 8% a couple weeks ago, and now I don't know.
Yeah, it's gone up slightly. It's gone down depending on your your overall what we're factoring in
Right.
your scenario. It's hard to tell, give someone a certain rate because your rate can be a lot different from your cousin's rate or
Right.
you know what I mean. But at the same time, it's better to know what your scenario is now and then determine whether or not you want to buy. I would say just get pre-approved. It's the best time to get pre-approved right now.
So a lot of things I come across is that a lot of buyers think that when they do get pre-approved, the rate that they get pre-approved at the time they are pre-approved is their rate right there and
Right.
then. And I don't think they understand or are they being explained that the rate is when it's locked in.
Right.
Once you're under contract and stuff like that. So I don't see the urgency for a lot of buyers because they think, hey, I got a 7.2 and I just got a 7.2 because I got the pre-approval last week. But when they finally get to the house and all that, they're at the 8% and then they're freaking out, and that makes their mortgage even higher. So
that's why it's real important to have a open communication with your loan officer.
Right.
And I tell my clients all the time, hey, if you see a house in a week, give me the property address and I'll give you an updated pre-approval, especially with the rate,
Mm-hmm.
So
I always tell, to add to that, Jose, I always tell my clients, don't look too much into the rate.
Mm-hmm.
What is your comfortable mortgage payment?
Right.
Okay, $1,500. All right. If I can find you a house and I can get you within $1,500, don't worry about the rate. As long as you're there with your payment, you should be in good shape. So, in 1980, rates were at 15%, back then. And now today's credit card, you're averaging 22%.
and people were buying at 15%.
Yeah,
Like, that's
15%.
crazy.
Back in the 80s when Reagan was president. Today's credit card, you're looking at 25% interest rate. You're looking at a car note of 9% interest rate maybe. Don't look at the rates. As long as we get you with your comfortable.
I mean, with rent being the same amount too, almost as the mortgage, it just makes sense to go and buy.
Oh, absolutely.
You're investing in yourself when you do that. You get your money, you put equity, you build equity into the home, you get your money back. You can do whatever you want with the equity that you have in the house. If you start doing the rent thing, then you're not going to do that. That landlord's going to make the gains off your money, your hard work. So doing that is buying right now is probably strategically for those that need to buy or those that are renting right now strategically. That is going to be your best. That's going to be your best option.
What advice do you guys give your clients that would prefer to rent? Like if they get kind of tired of looking, they want to start renting again.
I just show them the mortgage. I say mortgage here and rent here. I mean, you're paying $2,000 for a house that's not yours.
Right.
I mean, you can go and buy the house that's yours. I mean, you pass it on. You build for your future. You build for your kids. It's something that you're leaving behind in your name.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And something that you may not have the deep pockets to leave $20,000-$30,000 in cash, but you do have that asset of real estate, so that that's something that they can go ahead and use as, hey, my dad or my parents left this behind for me,
Right.
in the near future. Mhm.
I mean, why do you want to keep giving your money away? You're paying $1,500 a month right now. In 10 years, you're just giving away $150,000 that you never see again. I
Sure.
said, why would you do that? You're your own owner. You have you do your own rules in your own house,
Right.
and you start building equity wealth right now.
Correct.
Yep.
Start building that equity wealth. Don't wait, for the interest rates to drop down, because once you wait, you're going to have more buyers coming into the market.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now you're going to be competing against all these buyers, and now you're going to be offering more for a house that's probably not even worth that much.
So when the rate drops, the market's going to get more competitive.
It's gonna be
and I
competitive.
hear this a lot, like, oh, I'm going to wait till the rate drops and there's more inventory. There's not going to be more. I mean, I'm hoping there's going to be more inventory, but there's going to be more buyers. So
It's-
you're going to
yeah.
be more competitive out there with people. So if you're
Right.
trying to not do the multiple offer scenario, and you don't want to do multiple offers, and you don't want to be competing with this, get that out of your mind, man, because it's
Yeah.
coming. This
Absolutely.
rate's going to drop.
And that's what we like to tell our clients too. Like, don't worry about it now, and then later, when we can refinance, we will refinance. Especially if they're buying conventional FHA, we can refinance out of an FHA loan down the line.
Right.
And the scenario that they have right now is going to work for their benefit in the future, especially if their down payment, right? There's a misconception of, I need 20% down, or I need a larger down payment. But there's a lot of loan programs that we could use to
Right.
minimize that and still have an attractive pre-approval. You know
So
what I mean?
just to pick you up, what do you offer your clients? Picking up
Yeah.
the loan programs that you just mentioned. What are you offering your clients to
Keep
get them
them
off the
moving.
fence? Get them
Yeah.
off the fence of, hey man, this guy got a first time home buyers program. This guy got 5%. I think there's a 5% conventional going on right now. I'm
Yeah.
right. What
There's
are you
the,
doing?
um,
Go ahead.
There's the multi-unit 5% conventional. We also have first-time homebuyer down payment assistance.
Okay.
Even if it's not a first time, we still have down payment assistance that can offer them, up to a certain amount. And every scenario is different, right?
Right.
Different credit score, different liabilities that they have. But we do have multiple programs that will help them minimize what they have to bring to the table. Now, just like when you guys do the seller credits, it's
Right.
kind of our way to help them. We're not negotiating seller credits, but we are finding them the best program for that.
So they can use the seller credits for the
Yeah.
2-to-1 buy down, right? So they can
2-to-1
do
buy
that. Can you explain the 2-to-1 buy down for those that are
Yeah,
listening?
no, absolutely. So 2-1 buy down, pretty much what you're doing now is you're buying with a lower rate, right?
Okay.
Let's say if the rate's 7%, you're buying with a 5%. Now, in the first year, your rate's going to go up to 6%. The second year, it'll go up to 7%. So
Okay.
instead of buying at a 7% now, you have 2 years to buy, and then if let's say the rates drop back to a normal 5 or
So you'll never see that 7%.
You'll never see that 7%. So it's like a good incentive to buy now. Save yourself those 2 years, and then whatever money you don't use will go back to your principal.
So I mean, I don't see 7% being here for 2 years.
Right. No.
I-
that's the thing.
I think after this election and after everything gets settled in,
We hope
Yeah.
that after the
we're
election,
hoping that after all this, that the rates will drop.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
got to be a hero in this.
yeah, and we're hoping that after the election, the government has some kind of incentive for sellers to sell.
Absolutely.
To put their house on the market and build inventory. That's what we're hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
if we
what
don't have that, then we're not going to have inventory. So we need the government to step up.
Absolutely. I mean, there's got to be somebody step again. There's got to be a hero in this market, and I think it's going to be during election season because it's always
Yeah.
gases start dropping and everything else, and
Well, right
grocery,
now,
hoping the groceries start
The
dropping.
true heroes are the real estate agents that are out there on the road all day, and then the mortgage brokers that we're trying to figure out the best scenario for you. So, I think those are true superheroes right now.
Of course.
Late in the day, 7 days a week, we're out there trying to make this
Rain
happen.
through all the elements. Snow. I mean, try opening the lockbox in the winter. God, it's not easy.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, what are you doing? Going off there. What have you changed in your habits to because the market's tough.
Yeah.
I'll give an example. Last year was great for me. This year it's not as great for me. So what did I do different? What have I done different, or what have you done different to change those habits? Because with the market changing, I'm sure we all have to change too with the market. I mean, to make yourself stand out there, what are you doing differently? You know,
I mean, you just gotta stay relevant with your clients. You know, you have to have some sense of what's going on in the market too, so you can pass that on to your clients, so they're educated as well.
right?
I always tell my clients, don't read too much into what's going on. Don't read too much into the news. You know, if you're interested in being a homeowner, let's get you to be a homeowner.
Right.
So don't read too much into that. You know, they're worried about a recession. They're worried that the war is going on right now is going to crash the market,
yeah.
crash the real estate
I hear
market.
that all the time, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for the real estate market.
no,
I'm gonna
yeah.
do this.
You
I'm
hear
like,
that a lot.
I'm like,
yeah.
wait, the market.
Yeah.
Do you know it's gonna change? It's gonna crash next year. I'm like, no, I don't know it's gonna crash next year. But if I did, I'll be sure to let you
But
know.
and that's the thing, to piggyback, the media, there's a lot of theories, right? Like no one can predict
Nobody's
the next
gonna know.
move. Like
Exactly.
no one can predict it. But
Yes.
you do have to stay educated. You know?
Stay educated. Stay in contact with all your top lenders. Always, if there's a new program that comes out that helps them with the down payment, reach out to those clients that are holding back. Hey,
Right.
I got a lender that's offering this right now.
Yep.
What do you think? So always stay relevant in front of those clients that are, I'm going to wait till next year. No, but stay in contact with them all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a lot more videos. I think videos a lot of people do like the videos that I do. I do videos, updates. A lot of people don't got time to answer the phone. A lot of people
Right.
don't read my text. But as soon as they get out of work, they press that little video and I get a reply, oh, thank you
And
so
it's a
much.
quick-
And it's just,
Yep.
it gives them everything they
As long
want.
as you don't use filters on your videos.
No, I don't.
you
No, I
know,
do
the
not.
Snapchat
just
filter.
leave it natural. Leave it natural, right?
But that's
I-
the thing, though. A lot of people are digesting the content with the short.
Yeah,
video,
it's a
you know?
short thing.
And
I
it's-
mean, everybody's life's
Yeah.
changed. Everybody's
It's true.
Everything's on the go now. Everything's
Right.
so much easier. Everything, making things easier as just like I don't know, man. It does. Everybody's life is fast paced now. It seems that they don't have the time to.
All the uncertainties that are going on.
Yep, absolutely.
It's just it's making it harder for all of us. But we just gotta make sure we're always positive.
Yep.
And we're always
Do you
thinking
think
positive.
home buyers in the 90s and 80s, like obviously they didn't have technology like how we have it now. Like, what would it be to buy a house back then?
Oh,
not
God.
know what it really looks like, not being able to schedule
Oh
a
God,
showing.
dude.
You know what
I could not imagine how that would.
I mean, they had to do old school stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it was through the paper,
Yeah.
and I mean, they had to go to the house, and we have DocuSign, we have ChatGPT.
They have to fax
They have to
everything in.
fax
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
and they go get signatures. We
Yeah.
didn't have the technology we have.
And that's the thing, that's another way to stay relevant, right? You have to learn the new technology. You have to learn the new technology, right? Like those announcements, you would never get that. You'll never get that in the 90s.
Sorry about that. I thought I had that on silent.
But yeah, us as lenders and real estate agents, we learned these new ways to stay connected with people, right? And then I think that's what's helped me this year is
Oh,
just
man.
staying connected, reaching out to clients, and then letting them know that
I
we're here
use
24/7.
ChatGPT. I mean, not a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
but it does. It's helped me, and it's free up. It's
For those quick and direct
you know?
messages.
I
just
put my
to,
own stuff into
get
it, for
get
sure,
the message out clearly.
but yeah, it does.
But I agree with you. I think we all need to, for me, get out of my comfort zone to start making these videos because they see the face
Yep.
rather than just a regular message on the phone, or they see the face and you're positive. You got a smile on you, and
The energy.
the energy's there, and it kind of
Yeah.
rubs on them. So I as a realtor need to do better.
Right, because your client feeds off the energy you bring when you show them the house.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm very enthusiastic. I'm laughing with them. I joke with them.
I'm going to share the story. One of the first open houses I did with you, we had a client come in. She comes in, and Anthony's greeted her with open arms, and they're hitting it off. They're laughing. Well, he shows her the house, and then when she leaves, I was like, "Hey, so is that your client? Like, how long have you been working with her?" She's like, "Oh no, she just walked in right now. I've never met her before in my life." I was
But
like,
she was comfortable because she
Yeah.
felt the energy. She's like,
Yeah.
"Oh man, I wonder did she ever call you? I'm not sure."
"No, actually,
It was because I know she was super interested.
but I'm
in it.
sure that's memorable."
Yeah, of course, of
yeah, you wanna
course.
see
And
it.
I've got a lot of referrals just because of the way.
Yeah.
you
The
know,
positive, being positive.
Everybody's different, right? Everybody's different.
Right.
Everybody takes things different. You gotta. Pablo says you gotta read. If Pablo was here, he would say it. You gotta read the room.
Yeah.
You gotta read the
for sure.
person. You can't be this way with a certain person. Yeah, everybody's different. So, but I know. I mean, I guess I kind of know how to read the room. Sometimes I get a little overboard, but yeah. But other than that,
No,
it
really.
works. But yeah, man. I mean, I guess that's the be our topics for today. I want to thank Hector and I want to thank Jose for coming out here today. Be sure to join us for our next podcast. So we'll keep you updated on when that will be. And and thanks to Dave who's behind the camera. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.